Excuse me. Hey, what's up, guys? It's going to be MetaTalks episode 17, where I talk about the biggest patch note changes and how it's going to affect our metagame. I'm also going to talk about common picks and bans we're seeing at a high elo. Actually, I probably won't for this episode. I've been gone for like 3 weeks. Shit about what's being played in solo queue right now. But I will try my best to give my opinion on it. Alright. Come out with some new patch, or some new skins rather, and a new patch. I'm actually liking the Haunting Nocturne, and definitely not Blitzcrank. I'm going to be buying those two. Fuck Nilly and fuck Annie. I don't really give a shit about those. But who cares about skins anyways? Let's go on to Graves the Outlaw. I haven't seen him yet, so I can't really comment on him. Well, you might be wondering what I'm doing right now. I'm taking keys out of my pocket because they were bugging me because I was sitting on them. Alright, all I know about Graves is that he has some decent AoE abilities to clear lanes. It says he fires 3 bullets into a cone, damaging all enemies in the projectile's path. Enemies at close range hit by multiple targets. First one deals reduced damage. So it sounds like it's MF's double up, but AoE for less damage, I think that's how it's going. So, you know, that's good for AoE clearing regardless. Smokescreen is puts like a little smoke thing, and it's kind of like Nocturne's ultimate, but just in that area. It reduces sight range and movement speed. So it's like a mini Nocturne ulti. So you can actually use that to your advantage in lane and really, you know, avoid ganks, stop people from, you know, attacking you at the same time. And it's actually a really cool little skill, and we'll see how it pans out. Quick draw. Graves S's forward, gaining attack speed. Attack speed boost for several seconds. Attacking enemies lowers the cooldown of the skill. So he has the ability and he gains attack speed. Can't complain. A little steroid and a little escape mechanism, which is not bad. And then collateral damage. His ultimate fires an explosive shell, dealing heavy damage to the first target it hits after hitting a champion or reaching the end of its range. The shell explodes, dealing damage in a cone behind the target. So this is going to be good for shooting tanks, it sounds. So it sounds like you have the person up front here, and you have the, you know, I'll go 3 people. Well, I'll go 4 because that's what it would be. So you have your tank. So let's say it's Galio or Cho'Gath or, you know, or Aurelia, your front target, right? It's gonna hit this target and it's gonna come out behind him and explode and hit all the other targets, doing AoE damage. Sounds like a pretty cool ability. We'll see how it does in team fights. He sounds like he's fun. He sounds like he's good, and he's got a long attack range apparently too. Just as long as for lane, so that's really fucking good. True Grit, his passive, he gains increased armor and magic resistance the longer he remains in combat. I like this because it almost makes him like a bruiser, in the sense that he's gonna, like, the longer he's gonna be auto-attacking and in combat, the tankier he's gonna get. So if you have sustain plus this tankiness, he sounds like he could be like this crazy good fighter champion that's just ranged. Like, think about the possibilities. You know, and then he's got the smoke screen thing, you know, blocks people out, they can't see you, so you're just like teeing up on them, you got a little dash, you know, increased attack speed. I like it. He sounds like he's going to be really fun, and I can't wait to play him. Moving on to Corki. His Gatling gun is getting remade slightly. Not remade, but just balanced, I'd say. He's now, I believe this is increased base damage, because it doesn't tell me what the base damage was before. So I believe they buffed it though from watching the patch preview. The duration has been adjusted to 4 seconds at all levels. I think it would start at a little bit lower and then grew, so they balanced it out. And now scales with 0.4 attack damage ratio per second from total attack damage ratio. So that means it only, the bonus, I believe. The bonus, yeah. So that means whatever attack damage you have after your base damage is what it's going to scale off of now. So that's somewhat of a nerf, but these other two are better. So yeah. Oh wow, I'm so new, but now has a base damage. I can't read worth shit. So basically, yeah. Okay, it didn't have a scaling base damage ratio. It now scales with your bonus attack damage because it now has a base damage. I'm fucking stupid. Anyways, I'm just gonna stop talking about Corki because I just made a big fucking fool of myself. Alright, Gangplank getting a slight nerf. I don't think really Gangplank needs a nerf at all. I don't think he's an issue, but apparently Riot does. He's nerfing his raise morale. His active movement speed is being reduced to 8, 11, 14, 17, 20 from 10, 14, 18, 22, 26. I can see where they're doing that. Like the movement speed was a little too quick for like a bonus, a little AoE, charge. But the active damage reduced to 12, 19, 26, 33, 40. 22, 30, 38, 46 was definitely not needed. The movement speed buff I can understand, but the attack damage, it just seems like it's overkill, not really needed. Other than that, I think Gangplank's still really going to be viable after this nerf. Nothing's going to really change about him. He's just going to be slightly less powerful on his E. Otherwise, Gangplank's really good. Kog'maw, this is getting a much needed nerf on Kog'maw. Kog'maw's W used to last for 10 seconds, which is a long time to just be, if you have a lot of attack speed and you're a farmed individual, and you're attacking for 10 seconds for fucking, like, this range when normal carries attack for this range, that's pretty OP. And that's what Riot realized, I'm assuming. That's why they put it down to 8 seconds from 10. That's a really good nerf, and it's a needed nerf. It's going to balance. Before you couldn't trade with him because he'd have his W up the entire time, so it'd make it extremely hard to kill Kog'maw. This is a good nerf, and I like it. Orianna basic attack range increased to 25, or 525 rather, from 500. I like this change because Orianna's kind of like dropped out of the spotlight. This is going to be good for her auto attack harassment because she was this champion of like zoning and attack and range, and then they nerfed her Q down quite substantially. So this is going to give her auto attacks a little bit more. Obviously, going to give more range, but it's going to give her, how do I say this? A lot more ability to trade from range, using something other than her ball to, make her ability to zone a bit better. That's what I'm talking about. And that's good. I like that. I don't think Orianna's super powerful now. She is super powerful in the right hands. It's just that she's not face roll anymore. So that's what that is. Riven getting broken wings now counts as an attack command when you use it to lock onto a target. So I believe that means if you're clicking your Q on that target, it's going to auto attack after you do your first jumps. If you don't press it again, it's going to try to auto attack or will auto attack that target for you right after doing it. That's really good because that makes the combo that much easier as opposed to having to it wasn't exactly hard to fucking Q someone and then right click them, so it wasn't very difficult. But I guess they made that a little bit more faceful. Maybe they just wanted to fix up the animation. But now it's also slightly extended duration of the collision, ignoring minions while after using this ability. So a lot of times when you're using Riven, I have mained Riven Season 2 so far, you get caught up on minions sometimes, and it was really annoying because you like do your little front flip shit, and you get try to go through the minion wave, and you kind of stop and like do the fucking like what they do, that bullshit what minions cause when you're trying to get around, and the pathing is just so terrible, and you're like fuck go Riven go, and you're like 10 more minions, and casting minions is fucking like fuck you troll, and anyways, that's my little rant on that. But Riot fixed that apparently, which I like, and I think that's going to be really good, and it's going to make her a lot easier to land her Qs with and go through minion waves with less trouble. I don't think this was needed. I think it maybe makes it too easy. And Riven's already a hard champion to play. Get her combos and everything to work really well. So I think that was kind of a stupid change to make it even easier to land her stuff. It wasn't needed. I do like this one because of the collision and ignoring minions. I liked that. This not needed. I think that's actually kind of stupid, making it too easy. Shaco buffs, I fucking hate Shaco. Shaco should burn to the ground. I hate him more than Eve. Jack in the boxes are the fucking gayest thing in this game, beyond belief gay. And I honestly think Shaco's going to be OP. I think Shaco's going to be an OP jungler. I think he's going to start hitting the competitive scene really soon because he just does so much damage, and his ganks are crazy strong, and his Jack in the boxes are fucking disgusting. Like they just do so much. So I think I'm gonna start seeing Shaco game, and I really don't like to see any buffs to this fucking